Hi, I'm Lilly from the Creative Heart Studio, and today we're going to make a balloon Santa sack filled with candy and confetti. It's the perfect little surprise for the holiday season. So to start off, all the materials list and supply list is on the blog, thecreativeheartstudio.com, under the Project Santa Balloon Sack. So we're going to start off by putting in our candy and confetti into our big 3-foot balloon. For this process, I'm going to need some help. We're first going to start off by filling our balloon with candy and confetti that I've already pre-mixed into a Ziploc bag. For this part, you're probably going to need help from somebody else unless you have some form of device that you can open it with. I've rolled my balloon down all the way to the neck, to where the neck opening is. And Anthony's going to hold it for me, opening it up as much as possible. You're going to open the mouth as much as possible and start filling it with candy. If some of it falls out, that's okay. I always like to put extra confetti at the end once I'm already done, because obviously this is all spilling everywhere. Or you could probably just do the candy first and then just pour the confetti straight in there so you don't make this mess. Once my balloon is filled with confetti and candy, I'm going to make my presents and my Christmas tree to fill my Santa sack with. I'm going to start off to make all my presents with 4 5-inch balloons and 1 2/16. I want all my presents to be different sizes, so I'm going to give them different size pumps. For my first one, I'm going to make 1 full pump. I'm going to push all the air to the top, twist it, and tie. 1, push all the air to the top, twist it, and tie. Gonna get another 5-inch, since one of them flew away. Now that I have all 4 blown up, I'm going to twist and tie them together. Once I have my 2 sets, I'm going to twist them into each other and interlock them. Okay? Make sure all your balloon tails are all off to one side so it's easier to hide them. Okay? Now you can use a smaller balloon pump for the 160, which is a thinner tail, like a thinner neck, or you can use this one. You just have to stretch it on top of it. I'm gonna blow this up and leave about 2 to 3 inches at the end of the balloon. I'm going to take the neck of my 160 and I'm going to tie it to the neck of one of my pink balloons. Now I'm going to bring it over. I'm going to twist it right where it lands in the middle. Come back again to the back, twist it, and tie it to another neck of the balloon. That way I can secure it. Now I'm going to take it the other side, twist it, and twist and tie it again. What I'm doing at the end here is I'm taking 2 balloon necks and tying them around this 160. Now I have my little present, and what I'm going to do is take my leftover 160 and start making loops and tying, loops and tying. Then on my last one, I twisted and tied off my last loop. I'm going to make sure it stays looped around all my balloons, and I've got my present. You can fill your Santa sack with any items that you'd like. I'm doing 3 different Christmas presents, and I'm going to do a Christmas tree. For my Christmas tree, I need 3 160-inch green balloons, and I'm going to inflate them, leaving about 5 inches of length left over. I'm going to take my first 160 and create a loop. Twisting it and then tying it. I like to put my neck through it so that it secures it. Then I'm going to take and make another loop about 2 inches, not 2 inches, about 2 fingers in length. I'm going to twist it. And I'm going to have 2 of the same, and this is my top. Then I'm going to take 1 finger and measure a little bubble, twist it, and then create 2 more loops. The next set of loops is going to be a little bit larger than the one before it. I'm always going to measure against it to make sure I'm doing the correct size. As I began to run out of space, I went ahead and tied off the rest of my balloon, and I'm going to use that to now tie my second balloon to continue my Christmas tree. Then I'll keep going and complete the same exact process until I attach my third one and finish off my tree. Now that I have my tree completed, I've decided to not go further, and I'm not going to use my third one. I'm just going to leave it with 2. Now I'm going to attach my trunk to the tree. I'm going to inflate it using this pump is the smaller one, which is easier to use with the 160s, but you could also just always use this one and stretch the balloon out over it. For the trunk of my tree, I've inflated my 160 cube balloon to about 8 or 9 inches. Then I'm going to create 4 loops . Once I've created my 4 loops, I'm going to get rid of the excess that I don't need for the trunk of my tree. Then I'm going to cut it off, and tying it with the excess of this, I'm going to loop it through the bottom of the top of my trunk. And then cutting off the excess. Now that I have my tree and my 3 different presents ready to go, I'm ready to inflate my balloon, my Santa balloon. Taking my balloon, my 3-foot balloon that's already filled with candy and confetti, you can inflate your balloon to whatever size you'd like. I like a large size. We're going to tie it off. And if you've watched the Witch's Cauldron video, this is very similar. All my candy will come to the bottom, and it'll kind of weight down my balloon. Now I'm going to place my balloon. I've placed it into an empty trash can so that way it sits in there. And I'm going to take my 260 red balloon, and I'm going to inflate it 5 times, 5 pumps. Tie it, and then tie it. Now that I've inflated my 260 and I've tied it off, I'm going to give it as much form as I can to become a circle. Using my glue dashes, I'm going to adhere it to the center of my red 3-foot balloon. I'm going to use 3 more glue dashes, so I have a total of 4 to adhere to the bottom of my balloon so that I can adhere it to my 3-foot balloon. Now I'm going to take my 350 balloon and I'm going to inflate it using 16 pumps. And then I'm going to tie it to itself to close it. Cut off the tail. And using the same exact technique, I'm going to adhere this to my 260. Now I'm going to take my 160 and inflate it and measure it around the rim of the red 260 balloon. I don't have an exact measurement on this, so what I do is I measure to where it's going to close. I'm going to twist it and tie it off. And then come back around and tie it to itself. Using a glue dash, I'm just going to adhere it to secure it to my 350 so it doesn't move around. Now I'm going to take my second 160 and I'm going to inflate it to make a bow. I'm going to start twisting it with the leg, make a loop for one of the bows, make another loop for the other side of the bow, and then twist them. Off, and using the leftover tail from this piece, I'm going to secure my bow to the first, to 160. Using the free printable from the website, you can print and cut your special gift tag to attach to your Santa bag. I like to tuck it right under the bow and secure it with the glue dot. Now we're going to attach all our presents and our Christmas tree to the top of our Santa bag. Now that I'm happy with the placement of all my presents and my Christmas tree, I check to see if there's any areas that need to be filled. If so, I'll probably place a few more little small balloons. Now this is ready to be gifted.